What did Katniss actually achieve? Pretty much the opposite of what she set out to do. It's slightly different in the books than it is in the movies. In the books, Katniss has always been preparing to go and join a troop. She has been training in District 13 with Joanna for months, and it ends up that Joanna does not pass the final test, but Katniss does. And she joins a squadron with Gale and Finnick. At the time, they're not aware that they're joining the Star Squadron. They just think that they are joining another troop at the front lines. But even throughout their training, Plutarch has been filming the victors especially. He's been broadcasting their efforts training for the war to all the districts in propaganda. So it doesn't come as too much of a surprise when they're eventually told that they are part of the Star Squad. They are going to be the on-screen faces of the rebellion. Plutarch essentially explains that they work best when they're on camera. This works in a similar way in the movie, except that Katniss sneaks into District 2 and Coin decides to allot her the Star Squad. But Katniss never actually joined with the intentions of being a good soldier in the war. Throughout all of Mockingjay, she has her own personal vendetta that she wants to be the one to kill Snow. And this carries throughout the Star Squad, where she then assigns herself the personal mission to be the one to assassinate Snow. Katniss's sole reason for joining the Star Squad and going to the front lines is to get access to the Capitol so that she can get to the president's mansion and so that she can be the one to kill Snow. And it's interesting that it's only here in Mockingjay that Katniss's individualistic thinking that has gotten her so far in the previous books is what halts her from progressing further. She's no longer holding the berries. She's no longer shooting an arrow at the force field. She is in an active war zone, and there are a lot of things that cannot be controlled or accounted for. In order to join the front lines, Katniss had to pass a test that analysed her greatest weakness, which ironically was her inability to follow orders. After Boggs is killed, Jackson is the natural second in command. But because Boggs gave the hollow to Katniss, she believes that she has the right to go against the chain of command, going so far as to lie and say that President Snow gave her special orders to assassinate Snow. She claims that this mission is in order to quicken the end of the war to prevent the amount of civilian casualties, but Jackson does not believe this for a second, and none of the other crew do. But it changes the course of their plan, because enough people, including Boggs, believe in Katniss and agree to help her progress their way through the Capitol to get to Snow's mansion so that she can assassinate Snow. And as we all know, this goes terribly wrong. Personally, I suspect that Snow knew all along that Katniss's plan was going to be to kill him, and this follows in the way that he starts targeting her and her friends in the squad. And it's on this mission that we lose Castor, Hobbs, Jackson, and Finnick. And in the end, Katniss does not make it inside the president's mansion. She makes it just outside, just in time to watch her sister die. And I think the most heartbreaking part of it is that Katniss had already been promised that she was going to be the one to kill Snow. Perhaps this was part of the underlying fact that Katniss did not trust Coin, but it ended with the fact that Katniss was still given the opportunity to kill Snow without the Star Squad at all. In fact, the only person who I think got a true accomplishment from the Star Squad being created was Coin herself. She was able to capitalize on Katniss's death and likely propelled the rebels further forward into the Capitol to end the war.